Hi, Dad.
Okay.
So we're filming this today, October 15th at 3:45 p.m. Episode number 5? 5? Yeah, we've done a lot.
Yeah.
We're getting very comfortable with this. Okay. So the topic I want to cover today is very clickbaity. It's why it's impossible to start a premium men's clothing brand post-pandemic.
Yeah.
I think it's impossible.
Very difficult.
I
I wouldn't
think.
say impossible. It's a very, very difficult.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking right now it's basically whoever watches this, like let's say they're someone just starting out in the industry.
Yeah.
Let's say there's somebody who's been working in the industry for maybe like a decade,
Yeah.
who wants to start their own label. This is for them. I'm telling them, don't do it.
Don't do it. Unless you have a big money to
I'm
invest.
telling
yeah.
them, no, even then, I'm telling them, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay, so I want to break this down a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, so first off, a better premium brand. What is it? So let's set a definition for it before we talk about it.
Okay.
So what would you consider a better premium brand?
I think it's just like, there is two different market. If you want to sell the discounter or better man store. So if you want to sell to the better man store, and then you have to creating a new brand name.
So-
it's a better
right.
line.
So-
because you don't want to compete with the discounter.
Right.
Yeah.
So like you said, so there's the value channel, discounter brand, and then there's the
Regular, regular
or
specialty
better
store.
regular
or
brand.
Better department store.
So let's say Levi's. What would that be?
They sell everybody.
Yeah, right,
I
but-
mean, you cannot compare
Okay,
with the,
okay. So Levi's has been around for centuries,
Yeah, centuries.
multiple centuries, so they don't count. Let's say like J. Crew.
J. Crew, it's a better line.
What about Gap?
It's still considered
Yeah,
as a,
but they're like B2C.
regular,
Yeah. So it doesn't.
But Old Navy is a discounter.
Right?
Yeah.
Banana Republic.
It's a better line.
Better.
Yeah.
What other brands does everybody know? Like North Face. Better.
Yeah, better.
Well, but it's like out.
But, they are a little bit different.
It's different.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What about like Billabong?
Billabong is a.
I mean, they're not selling at discounters. They're selling like Tilly's
Yeah,
still,
okay,
Okay,
yeah.
so they're considered better. What about like, so basically any brand that you see that's like basically has advertising.
Yeah,
Pretty much. So brands that actually make ads create basically lifestyle brands. Like people who make like lifestyle, right?
Exactly.
It's impossible to start one nowadays, and it doesn't really work
As a wholesaler,
as a wholesaler.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even as a retailer, you think you could start a retailer right now?
it's very tough.
Yeah,
There is
right.
no retailer. so,
Right. So it's okay, and so we're saying basically it's impossible. Even if they create some noise, maybe in a couple years they're just out of business. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, it depends on how much you invest the money on their business.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So before we kind of get into this, people need to know that when you first started your business, or you first started this business, you started as a better line.
Yeah, better line.
Yeah.
The reason is that I started like 1980s. That time, you got to realize that
So 1980s.
discounter, it was a very weak. It's not strong business.
Did it exist?
There it is, but still, and I used to do business with still, Marshall and TJX, at the time.
Right.
But,
Hold on.
There is a lot of specialty stores available in the nationwide, not only California, nationwide, a lot of specialty store, and plus, there is a lot of local department stores available.
Right.
Such as Bullock's. I remember I used to do a lot of business with Bullock's. I Magnin, based out of San Francisco, and also in California, we have a Broadway. So a lot of local department store plus nationwide department stores
Right.
available, but not big as right now.
Right.
But Macy's was there, but not big as right now.
Right.
And the JCPenney was there still, but
Mervyn's.
Mervyn was like So we
Right.
still have a lot of department store, local department store, and plus a lot of specialty store, and then specialty chain stores are there.
Right.
So there is a lot of opportunity.
Right.
But
So
the discounter, of course, there were discounter, but wasn't strong
Right.
as right now.
Right.
Burlington up there, but it's not as strong.
So if you look here,
Yeah. Okay.
Marshalls started in 1956.
Yeah.
And then TJ Maxx was founded in 1976.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Ross started in 1982.
You remember? That's why, back to when I started business in 1981, Ross, they just started.
Just started.
So it wasn't strong.
Right.
So if you want to...
Would you say Ross was like the first major like discounter value
No.
channel? TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx was first.
Because, I started to sell to, TJX 1980, I would say 1987.
And at that point, they were big?
It wasn't big, but they buy, big enough.
They bought big enough.
Yeah.
Did they buy more than your department store?
No,
So
never.
Back then, the department store was also
bigger,
still bigger.
and the specialty store chain.
Right.
So, back then, I would say like 1986,
Right.
one of my biggest customer was, the, merry-go-round.
Right.
And then also Edison Brothers Group.
Right.
Include, like a...
And they were specialty
Yeah,
stores.
specialty store chains. That time they had about 200 stores. They grew up to 600 store,
Wow.
500 door like
Wow.
that. But merry-go-round. When I started business with the merry-go-round, they had already 250 doors.
So what's the difference between like a specialty store chain versus like a department store? Is it like the same thing?
No, it's not. Specialty store chain is like a, J. Crew. They are
Yeah.
specialty stores with chain.
I
but
see.
that time, they didn't have an infrastructure to do their own production. So
Right.
they forced them to buy from the vendor.
Right. I
And
see.
then,
So that's what you did.
I did
Yeah,
a lot of business.
You did the manufacturing.
But
for them.
but all the chain store.
So when you're in merry-go-round,
Yeah.
is it under the merry-go-round label? Was it private
No,
label?
no.
It was your brand. It
Our
was
label.
Okay, so that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I
So
guess, yeah.
we selling.
Yeah.
So that time, it forced me to do like a better line. I designed for everybody, not
Right.
for the discounter. Discounter wasn't.
Yeah.
So they didn't enough
so
business.
when you were doing business with
Yeah.
TJ Maxx
Yeah.
in the 80s, were you just dumping product to them? Is that what it was? Like leftover inventory?
Leftover inventory.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
Okay.
leftover inventory.
Right.
But
So back then, let's continue on with like what you
Yeah.
were doing. So when you were doing the better line, okay, so the old business model back in the 1980s.
because the reason we call better line, there is no discounter.
Right.
And so we have to sell everything is a regular price.
Right.
Whether I sell to the department store, whether I sell to the specialty store, it was like a.
You know what? I should rename this. Instead of a better premium men's brand, how to start, impossible to start a regular priced
regular
premium
price.
men's brand.
Yes.
Okay, not
Okay,
better,
yeah.
regular price.
Price, yeah.
Okay, because right now we're in the off-price business. Regular
The
price
reason
business,
is,
that makes sense.
right now it's off price. All those better specialty stores is disappear. They couldn't survive.
Right.
And all the like a better store chain,
Yeah.
they disappear.
Right. So like
And all the
yeah.
department store, local, regional department store, they are gone.
Right.
And then also like all the like a department store, they do their own program,
Right.
or they purchase national brand.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I mean I want to actually dive into this more because you're saying a lot of things that I don't know if a lot of people who are listening to this would actually understand. So basically in the old business model, this is why trade shows were so big back
Yes,
then, right?
back then,
So
yeah.
I know whenever I meet people in the industry, whenever I talk to even like the buyers,
Yeah.
or whenever I talk to let's say I'm out in LA and I meet somebody else in fashion.
Yeah.
Like a buyer or
Yeah.
like a manufacturer or
Yeah.
like a designer. Always, whenever it's around like February or whenever it's around August, you know what the first thing they always ask is?
Yeah.
Did you go to Magic this year? They still ask it. No, people ask all the time,
understand.
do you go to Magic? And
Yeah.
you know what? We always go, no.
No.
And then it's a joke now at this point.
Yes.
But then everybody always asks,
Yeah.
because Magic is still it's a household name for people in the industry.
I started attending magic show
Yeah.
since 1974.
So
went to 1970. No, I think it's 1976 or 75, 6. I don't remember. That time, magic just started. Very small in the hotel.
Right.
San Diego, a small hotel.
Right.
That is only like an exhibitor. It's less than 100.
Wow.
It's very small. Men's, do that.
Yeah, right.
But they grew and grew and grew.
Right.
And then their peak time was like a year 2000.
2000. Yeah. So as long as I've been in the industry now for a decade.
Yeah.
The entire time I've been in the industry,
Yeah.
magic sucked.
Sucks.
Magic sucked. We used to go.
You know why? Because even though you set up the booth and they try to sell the product, there is no customer.
So let's talk about when it was good.
Yeah.
What was it like? So you would go there, you would set up a booth, right? You would set up a booth and you would have your salesmen, right? And what they would do is, they would set appointments with specialty stores? How many specialty stores were there back then? Your order, how many people?
We did. BJD,
Right.
we had about nationwide, when it was a peak for the specialty store, we got about 1,000, I think maximum up to 1,500 specialty stores.
Right, so
it's a lot of specialty stores.
So Magic was 2 times a year, and this is where all the stores from around the U.S., they came to look at your brand, to look at your label.
But not only Magic, that time in New York, there is a NAMCB show.
Okay, so let's
NAMCB show in New York,
so
that's 4 times a year.
You said 2000s or 1990s, would you say?
Which one?
When Magic was as big as? In the 90s, 2000s?
I mean, I would say 1990 was good.
90s to 2000s.
Yeah, up to,
So you had Magic. What is it called? NAMCB show. How do you spell that?
NAMSB.
NAMSB. Okay, NAMSB. Okay, what else? Was there any other shows that you
And
showed?
then there is a lot of local show in Chicago Collective.
Chicago Collective. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
Chicago
heard,
Collective,
yeah,
right?
I've heard
and
of
then,
it. Yeah.
And then still, there is a lot of local show, Charlotte show, Texas show.
Okay.
It's a local.
Did you go to all of them, or
No,
which ones did you do?
I did, the Magic, NAMSB, and Chicago Collective.
So you did these 3.
Yeah, 3.
And
then my salesman did, individually, Charlotte show.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
And so these shows, what you would do is you would set up a booth, you would break your line.
Yeah, break a line.
Right.
And then, we call, all my existing customers set up the appointment, and then we book as much as we can.
So back then, this was still the pre-book time.
Pre-book time.
When you're doing all the pre-booking.
Yes.
If you guys don't know what pre-book versus ATS business is, check out the video that's linked right here. Okay. Or here. Or right here. Yeah, so this is a YouTube thing. We're like a little squares. I'm trying to point to where the link is, but okay. So this was pre-booking time.
Yeah.
So when they wrote that, did they place the order there on the spot, or did you have to wait for them?
No.
They bought it right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna, we spend a lot of money to be at the show.
Right.
They better write it.
Right.
I'm not gonna send the salesman to their store.
Right. So there were, you said 1,000 to 1,500 customers, right?
Yeah.
How big would their orders be per customer? Would you say on
Depends
average?
on the store. Like if you individual store, through the whole year, it might be $15,000 average.
15,000. Okay, so
Through the whole year.
Oh, yeah.
And then whenever the big chains could be $1 million.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Throughout the year though.
No, I mean only at the show.
Yeah.
And then we visit them separately, and then we do more business.
So for these pre-bookings, right?
Yeah.
Did you buy? How many times a year did you buy?
We did I would say 3 major buy. 3
major buys a year.
Yeah.
Okay, it's very similar kind of to what I'm doing right now, but so pre-booking.
So what we do is we break the line. Let's say for the for 4 line.
Right.
4 line. We break the line in January. And then we get all the order by end of March. So 3 months. We book as much as we can.
Right.
And then we go to Asia.
Right.
And place all the order. And then we get delivery by end of June or beginning of July.
So these orders.
That time, production lead time was only 3 months.
Right.
And then, shipping time is less than a month.
Right.
So, 4 months was more than enough.
Right.
So if you place an order, around end of February or beginning of March, it's more than enough to do the production.
Right.
And then whenever we do cutting, my experience, we cut only 25% extra for the reorder.
But you would cut extra.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You always have a stock.
Okay.
So we cut because we had a confidence. We had about more than 10 salesperson in the whole country.
Right.
So we gotta carry the stock to sell it.
Right. And this was back And this was for the regular price line.
Regular prices.
Regular
yeah.
price.
And then also the reason I carry in a stock is whatever left over, I can dump it to the discounter.
Right. Okay. So I mean, typically, let's say you cut 25% over.
Yeah.
How much of it actually went to the discounters, would you say?
I don't know. Whatever left over, we sell it to them. And then, you know what? At that time, I remember they couldn't get enough of product.
Which one, the discounters?
Yeah, discounter. They come to the show and then they
booked it themselves.
Wow. And then it was good.
Yeah.
And I started to do business with the Ross.
Did they do the same price or as the department stores or less?
I didn't give them any discount.
You didn't, but they still bought.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
But their market was a little bit lower.
Of course. And so they would take less
Yeah.
back then, right?
So, sometimes when you start a business at the time, and I mean, we done a lot of business,
Right.
but, when they become a stronger and stronger, they opened up the more stores, they become a 500 store, 600 store, 1,000 store, and then all the regular businesses declining.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So back then, building a regular price line was definitely easier because the department store business was huge.
Huge.
The specialty store chain business was huge.
Huge.
How many doors back then do you think the department stores and the specialty chain, how many doors do you think there were across America? All combined, do you think?
All combined. I don't
You think
know.
over 3,000?
Store?
Yeah.
You mean the store count?
Yeah, store count.
Come on, more than that.
Like 10,000?
Possibly.
Wow. Okay.
More than 10,000?
Right.
Yeah.
So because right now, I think between Ross, Burlington, TJ Maxx. Okay, so TJ Maxx has around 3,000. Ross has, including DD's, has around 1,800. So that's maybe about like 4,800. Burlington has around like in the high seven. They want to get to 800. So let's just round up and say 800 right now. So that's, what is that? That's like 48 plus 800. So that's like
Bell's
I'm going to throw Bell's in there right now too. Like Bell's has what, like 500 doors right now?
Yeah.
500 doors? Yeah, so right now we're talking about like 6,000 doors right now.
But still last year because of pandemic, the Goldman out of business.
Right.
And
Well,
then,
I mean, those are department. Goldman was discounter, yeah.
And also Stein Mart out of business.
They're
300.
But that's a department store though.
No.
Stein Mart's off price.
Discount, of course, a better off price.
Better off price. Okay.
Yeah,
That is very, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So, anyways, yeah. So, like right now, we're talking like 8,000 doors right now. But you're telling me right now, like back then, there were 10,000 stores. When did this start? When did they start going away? When did the department store and the better business start going down?
One thing is that, when I started business, my around 70% was a specialty store, and then 30% was a department store.
Right.
Okay, I didn't sell any discount.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
And then when it turned to the year 2000,
2000.
new millennium, specialty store was a 50, department store was I would say 40.
So this was
and
2000.
Then 10% was a discounter.
Right.
And then year 2010, I would say 10 years ago. Late 2000, I think so 2018 through over. My specialty
You mean
store
2008?
was 2008. Maybe after that that I would say specialty store was like a 20%, department store was a 50%, and then discounter was a 30%, and then I just completely discontinued specialty store. So department store was like a 50, and then later and discounter become a 50.
When was that 50-50? When was that? What year was that?
I would say still year 2000, around 2010, 50-50.
2010.
Because by the 2010, I already,
So this is what I'm thinking. You're telling me right now this was like in the 90s, right? And then 2000s is kind of when you had like you said 10% was the value channel, right? Like the and then
only no. 10% was like a late 1990.
90s.
Yeah.
So you know what happened during the 90s during that time?
What?
The internet was created. So I think right now, the e-commerce, I think the internet I think the internet killed the specialty store market.
Yeah, lately.
I think that's what it was. Like I remember, like even in like the 2000s, when I was going to like middle school and high school,
Also, you know,
they were talking about the death of brick and mortar.
I think
you know,
discounter
Yeah.
is killed the department store and they killed the specialty store.
You think
Even
it was the discounters?
Yeah. Because discounter is getting stronger and stronger and
the
stronger.
price is cheap. Yeah, and you know you're talking about it yourself right now.
Yeah.
You're selling the same quality stuff to the discounters as you are the department stores.
Yes,
and everyone.
exactly.
It's not
I'm
like
not
the
going to do the
quality's
separate
better.
production.
You know, I want to make a video at some point because I always talk about it with Jeff and Sean.
Yeah.
I always talk about this. I always say this is like people like all these like better products. They're always marketing quality this, quality that. Like
It's the same.
It's all the same shit. It's clothing. It's fabric. You know.
Yeah.
It's like we're all getting it from the same place. We're all getting it from China. You know, like that's my whole thing. It's like we always talk about this because like, you know, people always wear this stuff and say, oh, it's really nice quality, and I look at them like, all right, dude. Come on, like you know, but yeah. So I mean, I could see why the discounter market would win. Yeah.
And you know, so discounter actually literally killed all the specialty store and all the department store.
Yeah, right.
And then right now,
Yeah.
look at this. What what happened? You know?
Yeah, I mean,
Because
basically, consumers are always going to chase the deal, always going to chase the prices.
Yes.
Yeah.
In a pandemic.
Yeah.
I think it's even post the pandemic.
Yeah.
I think discounter become even stronger.
Yeah. Right. I mean, we're in a great business right now. Yeah. So basically, right now, so let's bring it back to the subject right now. So basically, in the old business model, in like the 1990s to 2000s, there was a huge specialty store and department store business.
Yeah.
It was huge. It was the specialty store business was 70% of your total volume. So there were a lot of smaller time like department stores that would carry better product or carry fashion product when people would actually pay more for fashion.
Yeah.
And there would be trade shows like Magic, NAMSB, Chicago Collective, where you would be able to gather thousands of customers and they would be able to put together these orders that you could go and pre-book.
Yeah.
Okay, and you would pre-book these orders and you would bring it in and sell it to them.
I remember, at the Magic and the Chicago Collective, we tried, we tried to get a better location, fighting. Right. There is no booth is available because it's completely sold out.
Because there's so many brands.
So many brands.
Everyone's there.
Everybody wants to be. And then everybody want to be a best location where the traffic goes.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But right now, hey, you can get any space you
want.
want.
You go to projects, it's like, it's empty. You know, I was talking to people during the pandemic, like, I'm not going to say who, but one of the buyers, we were talking to them. And I was like, did you go to project this year? I was supposed to, but...
for what?
Yeah,
for what? There is no buyers.
Yeah, there's no buyers there. You know, and it's like even all the buyers there, they're gonna want to pre-book, right?
Yeah.
Why would they pre-book?
Yeah.
There's so many ATS guys now.
Yes.
You know, so it's like but I mean, so from all of that, the specialty store business is gone now. And the specialty store business is completely gone. The department store business.
Pretty much gone.
Pretty much gone. Like I mean, what department stores are around nowadays? Okay, Nordstrom's is there.
Nordstrom it's not a department store. It's a better specialty store chain.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nordstrom,
we never consider it as a department store.
So that's a better
specialty store.
Okay, so Nordstrom survived.
Yeah.
Macy's?
I think they will survive. We talked about it already
we
because
talked about
of Macy's backstage.
But I'm talking Macy's regular. Do you think they're still going to buy?
I hope so.
Yeah, right.
I hope so.
Do you think a lot of people are still selling to regular Macy's?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't want to sell it.
Yeah, right.
Because I don't want to pay for the markdown.
What other department stores are still around? Who's there?
Dillard.
Okay.
A little bit better.
Okay, Dillard's.
Yeah.
Dillard's. Who else?
And then like a local department store is based out of Philly, but they are small, only 40 door.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like
and also Bells.
Yeah.
Regular department store, 70 only.
Bells, yeah. Buckle, but that's a specialty store.
No,
right?
that's a specialty store.
A specialty store.
But it's not many.
Tilly's. What's Tilly's considered?
Tilly's a specialty store. Young men's.
They only have a small amount of stores. Like, okay. Yeah, so I mean, basically, because of the death of the specialty store business, there's a problem then. Because there's no orders. And if there's no orders, there's no volume.
Yeah.
If there's no volume,
how are you going to survive?
Where are you going to do the production?
Yeah.
So we're kind of skipping ahead right now, okay? So like, as of right now, I think we kind of covered some of this, but let's talk about right here the current distribution model.
Yeah.
If you were to start a regular brand right now, where would you sell? Now, I just thought of some things like e-commerce. You could start your e-commerce. We had a video about on e-commerce. If you want to watch it, click here. All right. Or click the link below. Let's just put it on our heading. Okay. So if you want like our thoughts on e-commerce, you could kind of go there. So e-commerce, we already covered. That's a very tough business to do. And even if you do e-commerce, like let's say e-commerce, let's say you kill it. Let's say you do tremendous e-commerce business. So let's say maybe it'll give you 3,000 units of sales per month. Let's say.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning. Let's say 3,000 a month, okay? Now let's talk department stores. What department stores? Let's say, like I said, you have the best brand right now. Best brand in the market right now. Best new brand in the market. Okay, so you have Nordstrom's, right? Nordstrom's. How much would they buy, you think?
Well, it depends upon your product, but still they are strong.
Yeah. So how much would they buy? Like first time. First they just discovered you, but they love you.
Maybe they might try with the 600 pieces.
600 pieces per color. Per color,
per
right?
SKU.
Per SKU?
Yeah.
Okay, so 600
they
pieces.
They might try, maybe even less.
Let's say they love you.
Yeah.
They love you. Okay, they love you, so they're definitely going to try 600. Yeah. How much will they buy per quarter? 8 SKUs? 12 SKUs?
I think, depends upon the fixture, because they always buy, fixture.
Right, by fixture.
So maybe like a 1, 2, if it's a 4
best case scenario,
fixture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8.
8 SKUs. Okay, so 8 times 600, that's 4,800 units per quarter. Would you say?
Per delivery.
Per delivery. Okay, so let's say how many deliveries per quarter? 3?
Per quarter, they might be able to do 2 deliveries.
2 deliveries, all right. So
if you are strong,
if
you sell it off.
Let's round up. Let's do 10,000. 10,000 units because you know what? We have the best brand. Okay, so 10,000 units from Nordstrom's. All right. Any other department stores?
Bloomingdale.
Bloomingdale's?
Very little.
Okay, Bloomingdale's is going to be like 300.
If you're lucky.
But here's the thing.
If you're lucky.
If you sell to Bloomingdale's, can you sell to Nordstrom?
Yeah.
No you can? Will Bloomingdale's still take that?
Of course.
Okay.
Bloomingdale,
all right, so how much would you say? 360?
Maximum 300.
Okay.
To start.
Okay, 300 to start. No, we're talking right now, you just developed the line. So you just
no one is gonna buy that thing. When I started business, when I started like a
no, I'm talking that right now. Right now.
You say best.
No. Best case scenario right now.
I don't think so. They're gonna even try to buy 600 pieces. I mean, the Bloomingdale 120 pieces because I started with 120, maybe 60, 120.
Okay, 120 units.
Yeah,
if you're lucky. Per quarter.
Per order, but I don't think so. They're gonna buy per quarter.
Let's say
120. That's it.
120. Okay.
Yeah.
Nordstrom's 10,000 per quarter.
I don't think so.
How much?
Even less, 6,000. Let's put it 6,000.
Okay, let's do 6,000. 6,000. Okay. 6,000 units.
I mean, when you start a business, I don't think so. They're going to even try. They want to see that you are survivor next few years.
Yeah, right. So that's what I'm saying. When you're starting right now, because
when you're starting right now, the first year you cannot break it. You know why? They're not going to. They don't know you.
No, I know.
So they're not going to buy.
No, I know. But I'm trying to list the best case scenario.
Okay, best. Okay.
So e-commerce, you do 3,000 units. Nordstrom's, you do 6,000 units. Bloomingdale's, you do 120 units. Any other one? Who else would you sell to?
No, 120 units per SKU, but they gotta buy 50
Okay.
Maybe 1,200 pieces.
All right, let's say.
No, 100.
10 SKUs? They're gonna buy 10. They're not gonna buy 10 SKUs.
No way.
That's not realistic. 500.
Yeah, 600.
600 units.
Okay,
all right, 600 units total.
Yeah.
All right. This is fun. All right. Any other department stores?
Maybe
Let's say specialty stores. Okay, specialty stores. Like overall, specialty stores.
If you are lucky, you can open up through the whole country, less than 50.
Yeah, less than 50. But and they buy maybe 48 SKUs each?
No. 6 pieces.
6 pieces, yeah. No, okay, 6 times, let's say 4.
Per SKU, and then so they pay by 4.
24 times 50.
Yeah.
24 times 50 is...
Through the whole country, 50 if you are lucky.
What's 24 times 50? 24 times 50. I'm writing it here, that's why. Because, all right, 24 times 50. Yeah. All right, so 1,200. Hey, it's better than Bloomingdale's.
No, I think it can do better. if you're best line.
Yeah. And you're grinding. Yeah, you're grinding. You're grinding. You know, you're going to every single state. You're emailing everyone every single day, and you're designing you're designing the line at the same time.
Yeah, maybe really you can open up 100. Let's say I would say 100 specialty store.
3,000 units.
100, and then I would say 24 SKU.
Yeah.
24 SKU have
2,400.
Okay, 200.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right,
I mean, that's a tough. How are you gonna survive with that?
Well, so here's the thing.
No.
All right, so right now, okay, specialty. Oh, you know what? I actually had a specialty store right here. Okay, hold on. Specialty store. So 2,400 units. All right. And right now, let's say retail, forget it, because retail's expensive. We covered the cost of opening a retail store. Okay, so right now, your first quarter.
Yeah.
You have, because you killed it. It went better than you expected right now. You have, what is this? 3,000, let me pull up a calculator here so they could see me calculating. Calculator. All right.
People is gonna laugh on us whoever watch this.
No. They need to hear this because like the math just doesn't work. All right, so 3,000 plus 6,000 plus 600 plus 2,400, right? You get your first quarter, 12,000 pieces order production. Now here's the thing.
I mean, if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
No one is gonna do.
No, this is impossible. But like it's like
12,000 pieces of production for the first time.
Yeah.
First quarter.
First quarter. Forget it.
Forget it.
Right? It's bullshit, right?
Yeah, but okay.
Let's say bullshit. You know, you're exceptional. You're the best. All right. 12,000 units, right? Now you have a 12,000 piece order.
Yeah.
Who's gonna make that?
I wouldn't make it.
Who's gonna make it? Like this.
I wouldn't make it.
This is the problem right now. Okay, we literally. You were laughing while we were doing this because of how stupid bullshit all this sounds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a 12,000. At the end of the day, after you gather everything, you design a beautiful line. You do all the marketing in the world.
I mean, if you want to do 12,000 pieces. And then you have to travel to overseas to do the production. Doesn't even cover your expenses.
Right. So, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
If let's say this is a button-down shirt. Let's say it's a button-down shirt right now. If you want to make it here in the U.S., you know how much it's going to cost you to make this?
There is no factory.
Yeah, there's no
factory. There is no quality you can make it.
Yeah, there's nobody here who could even make this. But let's say it was denim. Let's say this was denim. Okay, 12,000 pieces of denim right now, right? I think denim is a good idea because denim right now it's like. It's the largest too, so it's more likely that someone does 12,000 pieces of denim production overseas than even wovens anyway, because less minimums too. So okay, let's say you created a denim line. They loved it, and so you have 12,000 pieces pre-book, right?
Well, denim is if it's a little bit more.
So here's the thing. Yeah. If it's 12,000, you know how much it costs to make denim here? Made in USA?
What is that?
It's like $20.
Cost.
So
you have to do really premium line. Yeah.
No, but if you do premium line, okay, forget all these units here.
Okay.
You get what I mean? Like we're talking like let's say you want to make like $60 denim. All right. So here's the thing: you make 12,000 units. It costs $20 to make, and you're gonna sell it to.
The fabric cost?
No. Oh no. You know what? Actually, I think it's gonna be more. It's gonna be like $40. But let's say you can manage to make it for $20 because you're a good negotiator.
Yeah.
Right. Here's the thing. So. You make it for $20 and you're selling it for $30 at a $59.99 retail, right?
No, $59.99.
You think it's too low?
No, that's too low. You know, like okay, I went to shopping in the Nordstrom rack.
Yeah.
They have a denim. Average price is $80.
$80. Okay, so let's say you sell.
So if you go to the regular, I think it's still like what is the retail price for the supplement for all mankind?
Retail, God, maybe like 175.
175.
Yeah, we could just look it up right now.
Look it up.
Yeah.
They went up?
No, wait.
No, look it up.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more now. Let's see, 7 for all mankind.
The retail price, 198. Shit.
$179. Yeah.
Oh, who's gonna buy that kind of price point?
I
buy.
I buy it.
You buy.
But I buy maybe 2 pairs a year. You know what I mean? And then I wear it for the full year. You know what I mean? But let's say, but then at the same time, I'm different. I'm different. Yeah. Okay, so let's say it's like $179. Okay, then it makes more sense because right now to make denim here, it's gonna cost like $40, $40 per piece. Okay, but let's say there's no way you're going to do 12,000 pieces at this price point. But let's say you do. 12,000 pieces, okay, times $40 to make, right? So you need to spend $480,000, $500,000 to make it, right? And let's say you're selling it for how much? Do they do Keystone?
A little bit more than Keystone.
A little bit more than Keystone?
Yeah.
So how much would they buy it for, you think?
I don't know. Maybe they might pay like 70, 65.
$65?
70.
All right, so here's the thing. So we go 780 minus $480,000, right? Did I do minus or did I do times?
Minus.
Yeah, minus.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so here you can make $300,000, which is good.
No.
Yeah.
How about all the expenses?
Right. So here's the thing. Now you got to cover all your expenses.
Yeah.
We got to
You have to
cover.
have a production manager cost.
Don't forget this. You can't even cover your e-commerce with this.
Okay.
E-commerce is like $500,000. You can't even cover your e-commerce expenses with this right now. You
that's
get what I
what I'm
mean?
saying,
It's
Doesn't make sense.
The math doesn't work.
Yeah.
The math just doesn't work. Okay. Like and here's the thing. Like I said, that's if you're doing made in USA.
Yeah.
Now maybe if you go overseas and do production, but then the problem is right now 12,000 units, it doesn't even fill a container.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like the cost of a container, like a container right now, you need minimum 25,000 piece order.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? This is a 12,000 pieces for the full year for a whole line. You know, it's just like it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
So like
I mean, if you're willing to lose some money, first year, second year, third year, and then possibly.
So let's talk about this now.
Yeah.
Now I want to say this. Okay, so now you could see, if you just think about it logically, no one's going to buy it. And whoever's going to buy it, they're not going to buy enough, okay, in order to do production. And no one wants to produce it because 12,000 pieces, forget that. I have a 250,000 piece order right here. You compare a 250,000 piece order to like a 10,000 piece order, no one's going to do it.
Yeah.
No one's going to do it. Everyone's going to take the 250,000 pieces, you know, even if they have to pay less because you got to keep the factory running,
Yeah,
you know?
running.
But let's say you have to make it. You have to do it right now. What are the options? What are the options right now? Okay, business doesn't work right now, right? So let's say somebody really wants to start it, even after hearing all this stuff right now. How can they make money? And that's kind of what I want to talk about here for point 5. If you look here right now, I'm thinking right now, there's four different pathways that these businesses could take if they want to do it, okay? Number 1 is licensing. Great example of this is Marc Jacobs. Marc Jacobs right now is Marc Jacobs. If you look at Marc Jacobs, they do this like
A license.
so Marc Jacobs first started, he's a fashion designer, right? So let's look at who Marc Jacobs is, right? He started off as a high fashion designer and you know, he started off at Louis Vuitton and then he broke off and created his own line, okay? But for him, his regular label doesn't make any money. I don't even know how much...
He licensed the label, his name.
Well, he licenses his name. So if you look now, Marc Jacobs, if you look at Marc Jacobs in terms of product, oh, come on. All right. I'll do Marc by Marc Jacobs.
No website? What is that product?
I tried doing shopping, but I guess he doesn't do anything right here. But here's the thing, is like Marc Jacobs, like, I think his main line, he doesn't do much production at all. But he has Marc by Marc Jacobs, which is the value channel, like the diluted line. And on top of that too, they do like cologne. They do all that stuff, which is all a licensing business. So can you talk about the licensing business? What is licensing business? What does that mean?
Licensed business is that, let's say, Calvin Klein.
Yes. Calvin Klein's a great example. Let's talk about Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein,
Yeah,
right?
Uh-huh.
When he started Calvin Klein, and then he started with the jean, really, really good. Okay, so instead of for him to make underwear, okay, I'm not gonna make underwear. I'm gonna license the label because everybody knows Calvin Klein. So instead of for him to start new division, he just licensed the name.
So
because people they buy underwear because of his name. Right. So he collect.
Right. So
Okay.
basically, what he would do is he would come to people like me and you.
Yeah.
He would come to a manufacturer, maybe
You know what? You know,
who has
this
an
is
infrastructure built
you know,
out. Yeah.
You know, he contact with us, some other like the agency. Okay,
Right.
I want to license the name,
Right.
my name.
So I will
and they'll-
sell you the rights to my name.
Yeah.
And you make the product.
Yeah. So you know, so you find the people. So you know, a lot of people they want to interview.
Right.
And then so you pick the best one and then you license your label,
Right.
and then he getting a full commission.
Right.
Whether between maybe 5% up to 10%, depends upon how strong you are.
Right. It depends on the contract,
Like
basically.
a Michael Kors.
Right. Michael Kors, another example
Any
of a
other-
licensing
you know,
business.
they
Right.
license
Right.
everything.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So they don't do any of the production themselves.
Yeah.
They don't do any of the
They
manufacturing.
license, but
yeah.
he,
They develop the name.
They
Yeah.
review the
Right.
product every year
Uh-huh.
because he wants to keep his images. So
Right.
if they start to develop the very poor product, he rejected.
Right.
You know why it doesn't meet my standard.
So basically, what you're saying
Yeah.
is you do this bullshit business model and you lose money for 3 years.
Yeah.
But then your marketing is so good.
On your name.
Your marketing is so good.
Yeah.
Because your lifestyle, your brand is so
Yeah.
strong because it had 3 years to develop.
You know,
and then what they do
let
is.
me ask you something.
Yeah.
Donald Trump,
Yes.
he licensed his name for the dressers. Do you know that?
I didn't know that. Did he? Donald
Donald
Trump.
Trump.
For dressers?
Dress shirts.
Dressers.
okay.
Donald Trump dressers.
Did he?
Yes.
Is it still going on right now?
No.
No, a
At
long
the
time ago.
You know, they
yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
So all the famous celebrities,
No, see,
they license. You Google, they find out. Donald Trump dressers.
This is insane.
I'm not gonna go on Google. I'm gonna go on DuckDuckGo.
Yeah.
I can't Google this. It's gonna fill up my page with a bunch of bullshit. All right, hold on. Donald Trump dress shirt. Oh my God.
Right? Right there, licenses. Donald Trump. Jacob, they
Look at
license-
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Donald Trump. He licensed this.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. All the, and also like, what is this? All the celebrities, famous,
yeah.
they license the
I know
name.
they're licensing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So licensing play basically.
Yeah.
So that's what you could do. What you could do
Even,
is.
what is his name? The Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
He licenses a
Yeah.
suit.
Right.
Yeah,
for
remember?
Nikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He has a huge licensing.
Even the clothing, he did it before. No. I remember Michael Jordan clothing.
Michael Jordan.
Bill Russell, and also
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell. Russell Simmons.
Oh, Russell Simmons.
Yeah, because I tried to get, because he approached me.
Russell Simmons approached
Yes,
you?
I had a meeting 3 times at the magic show.
How come you never said this? Oh my God, that's so
Russell
cool.
Simmons,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
How come no one's asking me to license anything? That sucks.
and then
Yeah.
so I had a meeting
Yeah.
3 times.
Wow.
Russell Simmons at the magic show.
Wow.
If you watch this video, he will remember, BJD.
Really?
Michael Brandon.
Yeah.
That time. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then he was at the magic show, promote his name,
Wow.
Russell Simmons.
Yeah, right.
I never know who was Russell Simmons, and then I don't watch the TV,
Yeah,
and then
right.
he come up to me, and then because my salesman, the Russell Simmons wants to license your label.
Wow.
I mean, like license his name to the you, and then I had a meeting. So who is Russell Simmons? I don't even know him. Because
Yeah.
I'm not into that.
And you told him hell no, right?
I said no,
Commission, get out of here.
I don't need it.
That's like the best. Okay. Yeah. So that's licensing. So
Yeah.
basically, what you do is for 3 years you do small batch production. You continue to lose money, but what you do is you create a strong enough brand
Yeah.
that other people want a piece of that brand.
For example, Bonobos.
Bonobos. Yeah.
If he wants to license his label
Yeah.
to some of the other product,
They can't do that anymore.
because I know
Walmart owns them.
Yeah, exactly.
As a business, would you guys ever do
Lic-
licensing with someone?
No, I was gonna license Michael Brandon to
I
ROA
mean,
jacket.
You accept Russell Simmons, someone like Russell Simmons.
No,
You know, I think for me, let me put it to you this way. I think it depends on what product they want us to make
Yeah.
or put our
the
name behind.
sportswear.
Yeah, because for me,
Curry. Steph Curry.
look,
You do.
no, that also depends.
Right.
Like, because for me, it's like one thing that I seriously want to play around with licensing is graphic tees.
Let me ask you something.
Like
this
graphic
is
tees, I think
this is
we
a
could kill
true
them.
story. like there is a Chinese
Yeah.
outerwear company.
Yeah.
They try to break the U.S. market.
Yeah.
They want to sell to all the discounter. They couldn't sell it.
Right.
So he approached me personally.
Yeah.
It was a Chinese lady and some other guy. It says, Brian, I want to set up the appointment. I know you have a very good relationship with all the discounter.
Right.
I know that you're not making outerwear jacket.
Right.
Why don't you license your label to me?
Mm-hmm.
And then we tried to negotiate it, and then I said, so, no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I want to make, someday I want to make my own, outerwear jacket. So I guess right now, if I want to, micro-brand, one of our brand, if I want to license a name to some of the guy who wanted to do, business with a discounter, I think we can easily license.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because we're not doing category, and then,
Right.
even some of the guys, they cannot even set up the appointment.
Yeah.
So, I'm calling from the Mike Randon,
Yeah.
or MBX or whatever.
Right,
I want to set up the appointment. Sure, why not?
Right.
Right? Because we're not doing that category.
Right.
We can, we can license the labor.
I see.
So that's the way you can license your labor.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I
Do you know that back to 10 years ago, year 2010? One of my friend is like a weatherproof.
Yeah, right.
The island is one of my,
Yeah.
friend. So I tell you, weatherproof. Do you want to license your name, weatherproof? I want to do denim. On the weatherproof, it's great name because weatherproof they sell everybody. They even sell to the Costco and everything. So I wanted to develop the weatherproof jean denim because I wasn't doing enough, strong denim.
we're good on denim now.
I know, right? Back to,
Yeah,
so
I
I
know what
wanted
you're
to,
saying.
and then say, what he says, Brian, I'm not gonna license because he wants to denim.
He wants to do it. Right.
Near future, he would not right now, but he just want to,
Right.
reserve that. Things.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That is that's the licensing.
Right.
Licensing.
Right. Okay, so licensing is one way.
Yeah.
Number two is investors, not investing. Investors. This one's very self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Find someone with a lot of money, trick them into giving you money,
Yeah, I know.
and convince them every single year that the losses that they're making is someday going to get better. It's easy. It's a
Yeah.
con job, basically.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
Yeah, I know.
but then, it's really funny because whenever whenever there's like courses, like business courses for like investing,
Okay.
they always say the two things you never invest in. There's two. Don't invest in food and don't invest in clothing. No, seriously.
Really?
That's like a course. Like if
Yeah.
you take like an investing course in college, they always say that. Never invest in food, never invest in clothing. Because you always lose money.
I know.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
getting investors, that's another way of doing it.
Yeah.
Okay? Number three is
Selling off
the brand.
the brand to someone else.
Create a big enough brand,
Yeah.
sell it off.
Yeah.
Give you a great example of this
I
right
know.
now.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Supreme?
Supreme Industry, yes.
Supreme.
Perry Ellis. They purchased the Perry Ellis. Whole company changed the name to Perry Ellis.
No, not Supreme Industries. No. This is
Which
new.
one?
Supreme. Supreme. You never heard of Supreme? Maybe it's too new for you. This Supreme single-handedly. Back in like 2018, before I left BJD, I was obsessed with streetwear.
Okay.
It's because of these guys here.
Yeah, okay.
Supreme. So these guys right now is a lifestyle brand. It started in like it started in 1994.
That's crazy.
Did you know this?
No.
I didn't even know it started in 1994. Oh my
That must
God.
be
I heard of
recent,
it like
yeah.
2010.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you might be
Yeah.
struggling for the 16 years. So finally,
So
yeah.
no,
Yeah.
here's the thing. They never made money. These guys are just marketing geniuses.
Yeah.
What they would do is, they would have a brick. They would make a brick. Let me show you.
So that's what I'm saying.
Let me show you this.
Yeah, I
They
know.
made
Yeah,
a brick,
Yeah.
sold for $1,000. Like this is what they would do. They would just do like small batch shit, and they spent almost 16 years. Jesus, like.
Yeah, I wonder how they survived. Like,
Yeah, I don't know how they survived. Like, I need to do a deep dive because I don't want to talk trash about
Yeah.
them until I figure more stuff out. But like, here's the thing with these guys, Supreme, right?
Yeah.
Small boutique guys, they made like small pieces of streetwear. It wasn't even really aligned, but their branding was so clean, was so cool. Their designs were very, very cool. Like Valerie loves Supreme, like, you know, but like they had this whole system going, right? And basically they had this huge fan base, huge following, and let's see in the news, Supreme Vans. You know what happened?
Buyout. They sold the company with the big money.
Vans bought them.
Ah,
VF Group.
yeah.
VF Group bought them. So hold on. Let me.
VF.
Yeah,
They buy
Van-
everything.
Yeah, I know.
They bought the 7.4 my car.
Right. Hold on. Let me look it up. I believe it was Vans, but hold on. Supreme, and then VF Corporation, VF Acquisition.
Yeah.
So this happened.
And
Acquisition of Supreme.
look at that. They opened a store in Berlin and then
Right. So this is what happened. They create this brand. They don't make a whole lot of money from it, but what they do is they generate a lot of hype, and then you get bought out by big fish. You get bought out by.
Yeah.
That's option number 3.
It's the same thing. Bonobos, they bought up by the
bought
Walmart.
up by Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same
so
thing.
basically, like, yeah. So what happens is these other giant, like almost monopolies. What they would do is they would come in. They like what they're doing. They like the brand. They like the image and everything. And what they'll do is they'll drop big bucks.
Yeah.
They'll pay you out. They'll take all the stress from your hands, and you walk away with money.
Yeah.
That's option number 3.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
It is. Yeah, it is.
so
I believe that.
Yeah, that's a big
believe,
thing.
Yeah, I believe that.
So basically, right now, if you want to create and option 4.
Club, value channel.
So
business.
basically, what you do is you create this line. Doesn't make any money, but you're strong in manufacturing. So what you do is after you create this line, you just start mass producing. You dump it to
Yeah.
the value channel, and you become like us.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you have the name. So
So
because
you
of
have
that,
to
you can
establish
charge.
the name,
yeah,
yeah.
right. And so basically, with the name that you establish, you enter the value channel.
And make sure that everybody knows your name.
Yeah, exactly. And once
There's
everybody
a lot
knows,
of money involved.
right?
Yeah.
And once everybody knows
Yeah,
your name,
yeah.
then
Yeah,
then
exactly.
you mass produce. But then once you enter that,
Yeah.
your brand officially is it's gone. You
Yeah.
basically gave up. You know. So this is pretty much like the only options, right? That's
Yeah.
what we're thinking. So like I said, it's
What would you do?
yeah. So I mean that's kind of like why I'm saying right now.
If you have that kind of money, you do something else.
yeah.
I mean, why
Put
you
it in the
wanna-
stock market. Yeah.
Why you want to spend like hundreds of, I
Right.
mean, I don't know what kind of millions it
Yeah.
will take to, selling off your, name to some other people.
Right.
You might invest like maybe $100 million.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you have that kind of money,
Yeah.
I would start from the beginning. Why you take a chance?
Right.
You don't even doesn't even guarantee
Yeah,
you can do that.
you might not even make it.
Yeah?
Yeah, you got to be better than everybody else. That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Just,
So because of that, it's
if you
like
do that, just to buy the Bitcoin.
yeah, just buy Bitcoin, invest in the S&P, right? Exactly. It's better. It's
it's
better.
better.
You're guaranteed
yeah.
10 to 15% returns
Yeah,
every
yeah,
year.
yeah.
It's just I just think it's like a better. It's like,
Yeah.
just like a better option, So all in all, now let's go back again. Is it right now? That's why I'm saying it's close to impossible to start a new brand.
Yeah.
If you want to
If you can do like a slowly, surely, as the meantime, you might be struggling, take a long time. But, it's,
But let's say you go slowly, surely. How could you do production?
But there
Even
is
if you want to go slow, how will you do
still
production?
there is some opportunity there. I mean, still there is opportunity. I would say impossible. There is a possible, slowly but surely. So first few years you might be struggling.
Here's what I would do.
Yeah.
Here's what I would do. If I had, let's say I had $100,000, like let's say I got a loan from the bank. I put my house up for lien, and I really,
$100,000 is not gonna make it. At least for you to start, you get about at least million plus.
well, what? Okay, fine. Let's say you have $1 million.
Yeah.
Let's say you have $1 million. You know what? The first thing I would do is,
Yeah.
I would start value channel. Let me explain. I would start value channel until I get positive cash flow. So what I mean is that if I had $1 million, what I would do is
you have
I
a
would
better
make
chance.
I would make a product, maybe one product. I would invest in it, buy it, bring it in, open up the value channel,
How you
sell
gonna
it.
open up the value channel?
You could open it. Opening isn't the problem.
No, it is a problem.
Why? No, they're accepting. You could call them for a meeting and you could get a meeting.
No.
You could get a meeting with
You know the
them.
value channel, right?
Yeah.
You know how do they do, right? They have to have a com.
What do you mean the comp?
Okay, this is the department store. This is a regular price, and this is our price. How are you gonna com?
No. You sell you create a new market brand. You sell the market brand.
But you got to have a com to start with that.
No, you don't.
It does.
No. Like you sell it at a market price. Like right now, we're selling our denim for $16.99. You make $16.99 in denim. They'll buy it. They'll buy it. They'll buy a little bit. Especially if you could say, I already have it.
Okay.
I can ship it in. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Start small. I'm not saying like grow the business in a couple.
Okay.
Like this is
But
what I mean. So
still, it's not
yeah.
easy.
Yeah, I know it's not easy, but let's say if you really have good product, you get what I mean? You start there, and then what you do is you sell that off, and then you bring in another one. You sell that off, and what you do is over the next 5 years, you generate a positive cash flow with the production and everything like that. Once you have a positive cash flow through the value channel, then what you do is, then you don't use the same product. I mean, you can if you want to, but what you do is you create another label. And so at least then, you're still running production with the
Okay.
factories.
Yeah.
And so the factories, now you could give them like a 300-piece order, a 1,000-piece order.
Yeah.
You could give them a 1,000-piece order now, and then the factories are going to be like, okay,
I will do it for you.
I'll do it for you.
So you place
could,
an
yeah,
alarm
exactly,
on-
because you're. That's how you
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
And then you could start slowly.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way to do it nowadays.
To sell to the regular store. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
to actually make
Yeah.
product. Oh,
Yeah.
forget the selling for a second.
Yeah.
Who's going to make the product for you? That's the whole thing. It's like right now, it's like people are always talking about like the sales. You got to have the product now first. Like nowadays in this world, in this economy, a factory, if you could send them the best design in the world, the factory's not going to make it without an order.
Yeah,
You know, you got
I know.
you got to place orders with these
Yeah, I
factories.
know.
Otherwise, they're not going to move. You know, that's what I think.
Yeah. Okay.
How would you do it?
You know
yeah.
how I've been doing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, do you have anything else to add to this?
That's it. I think
All right.
we spent a lot of time already.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much. All right?
Okay.
We're good.
Okay.